This video tutorial covers the ripping function found in SongSurgeon. To use this function, you must obviously first have a CD in the CD drive on your computer. Once you've done that, once you've inserted a CD, you access the ripping function through this rip button at the top of the user interface. And once you click it, it'll open a dialog box that looks something like this. It might look slightly different, and it will depend obviously upon the OS that you're running. This is 10.4. If you have a newer OS, I'm sure it looks slightly differently. Now notice a couple of things. First of all, up here at the top, this gives the location to the CD drive, and then below it we see a listing of the tracks. Now a couple of things about the track listings. If you have a generic sort of non-commercial CD, you may only see track 1, track 2, track 3, track 4, etc. If you have a commercially made CD, it's likely, just like it works in iTunes, that it will be able to look those tracks up and it will give you the listing of those here. And in that case, it's obviously a lot easier for you to figure out which track or tracks might be of interest and select those. But if you only have these generic track numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 without any names, you might want to select this autoplay button down here, because once you select that and then you select a track, it will actually preview the audio for you so you can listen to it, and that'll help you decide whether or not a particular track is of interest to you. Let's just go ahead and do this with Ain't Misbehavin' by Sarah Vaughan here. So there you can hear that it is playing. So obviously if it was a generic track number 8 and you didn't have any idea that the song was Ain't Misbehavin', this gives you a chance to preview the audio and decide whether or not that track is of interest. Moving on down the dialog then, the next thing you can see here are file types, and you can select any of the common and most popular file formats, whether it's a WAV, which is the same as an AIF file, MP3, AAC, MP4, etc. So you can select the file type that you'd like to rip these tracks from the CD and save them as, and then lastly you can select the location for those tracks that you're going to rip by clicking that button. And once we've done that, then you can select the folder or the location on your computer. In this case, I'm going to select music and then select the choose button, and it inserts that file path down here, and that tells me where those files will be stored once they're ripped. So one other thing that I forgot to mention is you can select one track, as I've done here. You can select two. You can select any multiple number of tracks that you like, or you can select them all. And once you've made your track selection, it will then rip one or more tracks that you've selected to this particular location. Let's go ahead and ask it to rip the track. And again, this is Ain't Misbehavin'. Saving it as a WAV file. So it's ripping this track right now. And as soon as it's done, we will go to that location and just confirm that that track is there. I'm going to go to that location by clicking the open button, going down to music, which is the location, and we had ripped Ain't Misbehavin', and there it is. So indeed it did rip it. That's going to conclude this video tutorial on using the ripping function in SongSurgeon. As always, I encourage you to watch the other videos on this video training page to help get you up to speed quickly. Thanks very much. Bye.